Craig, thanks for being with us. One of the things you look at as a chief market technician is actually the technicals here, which I think matter perhaps more than ever, given the fact that we don't really have a lot to go off of in terms of the fundamentals, just because we don't know what the earnings picture, the economic picture is going to look like in coming weeks, coming months. What are the technicals telling you right now?
Thanks, Morgan, and thanks for having me on. So what the technicals look like for me is, and first off, I'd phrase it this way: don't stop believing in markets and don't stop believing in the Fed and the central banks around the world, because they are certainly working very hard to address the issues and some of the dislocations you're seeing in the markets. And if you take a look at the chart of the S&P 500 to start out with, there was a big battle line yesterday at about 23.25, 23.50, and that is a line that most investors are watching at this point in time. I would note, Morgan, at this point in time, you've got more than or close to 80% of all the stocks in the Russell 2000 below the December 18 lows, and you got about 59% of the names in the S&P 500 now below the December lows. So I suspect we're going to be thoroughly testing this kind of big support level today and over the next several sessions. But I would note that at this point in time, this is only the fourth time in history that I've been looking at these markets that we've seen our gauges that we look at Piper Sandler at these kind of low depressed levels. And when we get to these kind of low depressed levels, you want to start thinking about buying stocks, and you want to start thinking about what names have pulled back to big long-term identifiable support lines. And some of the stocks that I brought in here this morning, if you pull some of these charts up, you look at a chart like MasterCard, you're pulling back to huge long-term identifiable support.
Yeah.
You can also look at stocks like Regeneron, Activision, Nike, Alphabet as names that look like they're at identifiable support areas that should be bought.
Yeah, definitely some names to check out for investors depending on their timeline and their risk appetite. Very quickly right now, Craig, tell me what the levels are that you're watching, especially as we've seen the Dow fall now to its lowest since 2017.
Well, in terms of the Dow, I'll be watching just the recent close of the other day, but on any sort of break below this battle line we've been talking about on the S&P 500, I would say that potentially any sort of break below that 23.25, 23.50, your next level of support is 21.40.